Good morning, everyone. Mark Soderberg with ADM Investor Services with your morning ag outlook for Thursday, December the 21st. Mixed quiet trade here overnight, pretty much higher across the board in the grains. Corn steady to a penny better, wheat up 3 to 5, pretty much across all three classes, while the soybean complex is mixed. Soybean prices very near unchanged right now. Same with meal. Oil is backed up here a little bit, down 50 to 60 points. Funds were pretty much light sellers across the board yesterday. We've got the large speculative traders short now about 167,000 contracts of corn, 77,000 contracts of wheat, about 24,000 contracts in the bean oil. The long position in beans down to only about 20,000 contracts now and 87,000 in the meal. Really much of the market's attention the next few days leading up to the Christmas break will be on rainfall totals across the dry areas of central Brazil. Overnight rains were heaviest in south central parts of Goiás and the north central part of the country, with some areas receiving 1 to 1.5 inches of rain. Good rains also in the northeast part of the country. So far, very little coverage across Mato Grosso and western parts of Mato Grosso do Sul. Good rains in these areas will need to extend into the February timeframe to make up for weeks of heat and dryness. In the past week, most of the private estimates from Brazil place production somewhere in the mid 150s, below the USDA and CONAB's estimate, just over 160 million metric tons. We'll get an update from the Buenos Aires Grain Exchange later today on the condition of the crops in Argentina. The country continues to recover from last year's devastating drought as the market anticipates a significant recovery in both corn and soybean production, leaning a little bit higher right now than the current USDA projections. The immigrant crisis with Mexico has really started to impact trade. The closure of 2 major rail bridges here this week has limited the supplies of corn and soybean meal to critically low levels in Mexico. Felt to be about a week's supply of meal, a couple, 2-3 weeks supply of corn left. So unless these supply routes are open very soon, Mexico, our largest buyer of U.S. corn, will have to turn elsewhere to supply these feed needs. Waiting export sales here a little bit later this morning. Yesterday's ethanol production data was pretty strong, well above expectations and well above the pace needed to reach the USDA corn usage forecast. That now for the past 3 weeks. That said, however, start to see some seasonal declines as profit margins have collapsed here in recent months, while inventories of ethanol have also surged to a 4-month high. So despite the increase in demand that we've seen in both exports and in ethanol production, it really hasn't put much of a dent so far in the projected carryout levels at over 2.1 billion bushels. And as a result, new contract lows yesterday, largely driven by the improved weather picture in South America. Right now, the funds seem to be comfortable staying short the market and really just rolling these positions forward, capturing the healthy carries in the market. Updated drought monitor today will likely continue to show declining crop conditions here across the central part of the Midwest, really into the next few weeks now, as we have a pretty healthy rain event moving through the central part of the country over the Christmas holiday weekend. So mixed start today, holiday type trade expected. Keep an eye on the South American radar and the export sales report later this morning. Thank you for listening, everyone. Well, I hope you have a wonderful day.